I've had my 28,000 dollar month, which was the month last month, and this month I've just today is the 28th of Feb. We've just hit 37.7 for the whole month. So pretty much every month there's been an incremental improvement. Um, well, $10,000 if you call that incremental. But yeah, it's been mainly having the right offer, which.
All right. Hey guys, hope you're doing well. We have our client here, Sam Abhishek. So he runs Clientele Solutions. In my opinion, this is like one of the best real estate marketing agencies in Australia because I know how good their fulfillment is. And Sam has a pretty interesting sort of journey. So I guess rather than me going through it, I guess I'll just like ask Sam. So I guess, Sam, just give a brief intro as to like, when you started, where you started, and how you came to actually running the agency.
All right. Thanks for the compliment, man. Appreciate that. I started about exactly 16 months ago, October 2021. Quit my full-time job. My mom wasn't really that excited about that, but for me, it was like really daunting. I didn't really have any clients at that point, but I just knew I wanted to do something in the agency space, and lead gen specifically for real estate agents. But I didn't really have like any direction on how to reach out to agents or how to, run ads to get them in my pipeline or what offer to give to them, how to fulfill the offer as well. But yeah, I came across like Henry's coaching. So from then onwards, he pretty much within a week sorted out my issue with the leads. I started getting like at least 3 to 4 inquiries, like, every day to start with, just through cold emailing. I didn't spend a single penny on ads. 2 weeks in, I had my first $10,000, week. Essentially, that's how much I made for the whole month. And since then, moving forward, like pretty much like 7 months in, I had my first $12,000 month. And then since then, I've had like a $20,000 month. And then pretty much from then onwards, I've had my 28,000 dollar month, which was the last month, and this month I've just today is the 28th of Feb. We've just hit 37.7 for the whole month. So pretty much every month there's been an incremental improvement. Well, $10,000 if you call that incremental. But yeah, it's been mainly having the right offer, and really like, dialed that into my brain, and having the right sales process, and obviously having like a really good source of leads. And I have not spent a single penny on ads since October last year. I have not spent a single penny on ads. So all of this has been through reaching out to clients. I've been able to close all these offers. So yeah.
Yeah, man, and that's all credit to you. Doing what needs to be done and doing the work. I mean, it didn't come like, it's not like it's magic. Like, it was a process, and there were moments where it was like, what do I do here? What do I do here? But I mean, ultimately, if you look at the number, you started at like, one client or even zero clients, you're now 30. Just
I had nothing.
yeah, and just today, like 37,700, right? So that's an amazing achievement. Anybody in business knows, like it sounds like a little bit like braggadocious, but if you're in business, you like the number that you measure you judge how well you're doing by is like revenue. Like, how's revenue going? How's profit going? So people who are in the agency space would know, like, that's a really awesome achievement. So what I want to ask is, like, I talk to a lot of agency owners who are sort of at like the 2-3K per month mark, and they're doing lots of stuff. They're watching lots of YouTube videos, and a lot of people want to hit that like 10K per month mark. For a lot of people, that's where they want to be. And then I guess the next step for them is like, 20 to 50K, sort of like the same thing, because it's just like above where they're sort of looking at, I guess. Like, and I'm not looking for you to say like, oh, just work with Henry and all your issues will be solved. I mean, if you look at specifically what really helped you get to that 10K level, because I think a lot of people are stuck because they're focusing on the wrong things. Like if you were to do this again, what would you do at if you're at 2K and you wanted to get to 10K? Like what would you say is the most important thing? Without going into too much specific detail, but just giving like a high level overview of like the steps that you'd take.
Well, the very first step, I'll pick the right niche. Actually, there's no right niche. Any niche could be figured out eventually. And from that niche, I'll figure out what's the best place to outreach people, whether that's cold email, whether that's me reaching out to them on LinkedIn, Instagram, depends on, the industry again, where you can find the people, and having the right message that to get them to, have a chat with you, and having the right offer when you jump on a sales call with them. That's the best way I can, get from 2K to 10K pretty much straight away. I know I made it sound easy, but there's a lot more that goes into it. And I believe Henry obviously helped me polish a lot of those things for me really early on in my business. But yeah, definitely the right offer and the right messaging and the best source of leads that you can have that will not dry up anytime soon. That's it.
And so the interesting thing about that is that it's not it's all sales and marketing. Like it's not like, tweaking your website. It's not making your logo. Like, what do you say about that?
Not your branding, not like how you design stuff. My very first website when I started out looked like absolute trash. There was even my client who signed up with me. My very first client told me that, hey, I was not going to work with you because I didn't like the way your website looked, but paid me $3,000 for 90 days.
Yeah.
At that point, I realized it really does not matter what your website looks like, as far as you can sort the problem out that your client is having, at a really high level, and you can bring them the most sought after bottom of the funnel leads, where pretty much they don't have to do a lot. They just have to pick up the phone and close the deal. Clients are going to pay you. Simple as that.
Yeah, that's interesting there. Like if you can make it easier for your client, then they're going to be more happy and more inclined to pay, moving forward. I got two more questions before we wrap up. The first one is, so you've gone from 0 to 10K, but now you've gone from 10K to basically 40K. Like, it's 37.7 specifically, but really, like if we just round it up, it's 40K. So what was the transition that you felt like, if you were to boil it down to like the two biggest things that allowed you to get from 10K to 40K, what would that be?
Two things: getting an appointment setter, so that it's not my headache to make sure my calendar's full.
Yeah.
And improving my offer, having better guarantees in place, pretty much putting more skin in the game. So like that, I'm up at night, not my clients are up at night buying my service, if you know what I mean. My guarantee is rock solid. Like if I don't get them the solution, then they don't have to pay, sort of like, or I don't get paid type of thing. So these two things helped me go from 10 to close to 40K now. Absolutely.
And actually I won't keep going. I'll finish on this. So this is the classic question. What do you think has been like the two biggest things that you've been able to get out of working with our business, Scalable, to help you get from 0 to 10K first of all, then 10 to 40K? Like, so for someone thinking like, how does it actually work? Like, what are the biggest sort of things that can help me get there? Because a lot of people say isn't it a lot of information on YouTube? But the thing is, people that watch a lot of the information on YouTube, they're still sort of spinning in circles. So what would you say if you thought about it, like the two biggest factors that helped you move forward by doing this, the Scalable program?
Like having a straight set roadmap for you to implement something, and having an expert like you who would actually sit there and share their screen, or sometimes even take the control themselves and actually do it for you. Like you setting the first time I was trying to set up my cold email outreach, you actually set up the message for me. You also helped me buy my aged emails, that I'm going to send these emails out from. And then you pretty much like kept me accountable every week. You're like, if I wasn't doing 1,000 emails a day, you were just like, hey, Sam, it's the volume. Why aren't you doing volume? You know, it's just like, having a personal trainer at a gym. Like they know, why aren't you doing X amount of reps? Exactly the same thing is with business. You got to do certain business activities, no matter how much you hate them or dislike them every day. You have to do the work and you will eventually get the results. And with YouTube or any of those free resources, there's no one sitting on top of your head. There's no one pushing you to do any of that work. Like if you actually have a real coach who can show you like the actual way and like, draw a roadmap and keep you accountable to following that roadmap. That's the important part. Yeah. Like, there's so many YouTubers out there that will be like, yeah, you can make $1 million doing that. They might be genuine, absolutely, but they're not there keeping you accountable. They're just giving you free information. That's it.
Yeah. Good answer, man. And you know what's so funny, guys, is that at the end of the week, Sam would be like, man, like I've had like a 10K week, or I've like had a 20K day or whatever it was. And I look at, like, we'll have a Zoom call on a Friday and I'll look at his face and his face was just like eyes sagging, because it's hard work. Like it's not as though, we're I don't know what people think. Like it's hard work taking sales calls, delivering results, but it's worth it, right? Like at the end of the week, you're tired, but it's like you got a stack of, cash coming into the bank, so it feels good. But you've definitely put in the, like you said, you can't get around. You just have to do the work.
Yeah, there's no magic solution. There's no like magic funnel that's gonna automatically bring some clients that are gonna come close a deal with you and stuff like that. Like there's a lot more to it. That's it. And you need a coach. That's it. If I did not have a coach, I wouldn't be here in 16 months. I might have got here like in years, but like not in 16 months. That's like months. Yeah, to 37.7. Like I can't make all this up. It's not that easy without a coach. Like, and that's what I've literally bought courses since I was 28 now. So for the last 6 years, I've been buying courses. I'm one of those course whores, or you could say like people who just buy one course after the other. And like I spend like 15-20K buying different courses, but like actually this is the first time I got a real coach who can like give me one-on-one sessions, and I can see the difference. It helped me quit my full-time job, and now I don't even have to worry about working for anyone anymore. So yeah, thanks a lot for that, bro. Like really appreciate it, man.
For sure, brother. It's been awesome working with you. And honestly, like this month is just the beginning. Like I think, keep, which you will, like it really is just the beginning. Keep things going, and, in 3 to 6 months time, you hit $1 million run rate. And then it's like a whole nother level again.
Yeah. And then there'll be a lot of changes I'll have to do before that. I need to have a bigger team for that. But yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to it, man. All of it.
Cool. All right, man. Thanks for that. That's perfect.
All good, man. Yeah, if you ever need anything else like that, just let